The purpose of hearing public comments at this point in the agenda is for members of the public to address the school board regarding matters on tonight's formal meeting agenda. If a speaker begins speaking on matters not on the formal agenda, that speaker will be ruled out of order and requested to discontinue remarks, and an online speaker will be asked to discontinue as well. Agenda.
The major duty of the school board chair and vice chair is to set the direction of the Virginia Beach City Public School based upon the desire of the citizens, not politics, and we desire an excellent academic education for our children, not SEL or CRT. To direct this is your next job to the implementation by the superintendent, and then to evaluate his success and carry out the desires of the citizens, and also—
Sorry, Mrs. Chang, what agenda topic are you speaking on?
your duties. Duties, it's on the thing, duties of the chair and vice chair. So
Yes, please.
You interrupted me.
Please continue.
No, you interrupted me and I was on topic. Restart the clock.
Just please continue. We'll allow a few more seconds.
No, you will restart the clock and I will start from the very beginning, therefore it won't be more than 4 minutes.
Let's start on the right foot.
Let's exactly start on the right foot. Don't interrupt us.
As an FYI, that's a 9.9% increase over the 2021 budget. That's pretty interesting. 10% taxpayer money. All these parents sitting out here work their behinds off for their families, and you get 9.9% increase. I'll explain where that money is going to. The budget was not provided.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chang, if you're going to get on the budget topic, you're getting off topic from this bylaw, which we...
My topic is that it is the duty of the chair and vice chair to effectively manage the budget. You have $1 billion in the budget that you are not effectively managing, ma'am.
This bylaw does not get into that, sir. That's the duty of the full board. But please just stay.
I don't understand. I guess my whole issue here is you want to do what you want. You want us to say what you want to hear. I am trying to make a point that Superintendent Spence, his leadership organization, has $2.1 million in their annual budget. I mean, are you going to let me speak, or are you going to decide what I'm allowed to say?
Well, I need to, if you're going to continue to discuss budget, they're going to have to rule you out of order. Because budget is not an agenda topic, sir.
Okay, so I'll do this then. You don't want me to talk about budget, all the wasteful things you're not
We want you to
oversighting?
stay on,
Bottom line is, you need to do your job. The board needs to do your job. You need to spend this precious taxpayer monies effectively and not wastefully. I'm going to close and talk about equity training.
that's not an agenda topic, sir.
It's your duty.
I've already indicated that please, this would put you out of order, and I'm going to have to ask you to leave the podium if that's your intent.
My intent is to be able to speak and exercise my First Amendment rights, and also to do what is right for the citizens
Well, then,
of this city.
Madam Speaker, would you please call the next speaker? Because, sir, you're out of order. You will not stay on topic. You have not stayed on topic.
Miss Ryan, Miss Melnick, you do not co-parent my children. This has to do with your duties as chair and co-chair. Your leadership of the school board, with your allowance of the equity SEL testing and collecting data, violates my parental rights. Dr. Spence isn't here, but his job is to enforce the teaching of core subjects and critical thinking. Your duty is to enforce the teaching of core subjects and critical thinking.
30 seconds.
Do you support public schools separating children into groups of oppressors and oppressed? Do you support teaching all white people play a part in systemic racism and are racist?
This is off the bylaw.
It is
topic.
about CRT and about your duties as a school board in relation to our children. Do you support public schools instructing children that it does matter what skin color they have?
Ma'am, you're out of order. Please.
We want it out of our
And that is time. Our next speaker
Ms. Wright,
is
Ms. Wright, can I request that I would like to go
our
off
next
agenda?
speaker is
Can I move to off agenda?
No, sir, we are calling the next speaker.
I know.
according to
I'm
policy.
asking you if I could move off agenda so I could give my off agenda remarks.
No, please call the next speaker.
The components of each program shall be developed in cooperation with the students, their parents, and community at large. The basic character traits taught may include 1. Trustworthiness, including honesty, integrity, reliability, and loyalty.
Ma'am, can we
Don't
get back to the...
tell me.
Excuse me,
Stop.
can we back to the bylaw at hand? This is off topic from the bylaw
I'm
on the
getting
agenda.
to the topic. So you're constantly and continually cutting the parents out of the cooperation of the community in determining the best character education.
I'm sorry, this is
for
off
our
topic and you're out of
young
order.
individuals, and you are overreaching in your duties. Remember, only you can stop the mental abuse from continuing with, which is driving a wedge between child and parents
Please,
and between students.
Please
Russell
leave
County
the
School
podium.
Board,
Madam Clerk, please call the next speaker.
you
Our
are
next
out of
speaker
order.
I wanted to thank you for sending the biased news videos from our previous school board addresses. Interesting how you only sent clips that fit your narrative, that you are being threatened by an angry mob of citizens. Yes, I greatly appreciated having my face shown on the news.
Ma'am.
Yes.
What is the agenda topic you have pivoted to?
This is duties and also your duties
it-
and also decorum. I'm going to tie it in right here. It's right here. Yes, it would be helpful not to be interrupted. I am going to make my point, I assure you. And I'm almost done, actually. I don't have much more. Have my time back, please. Thank you. I greatly appreciated having my face shown on the news while my statements were not shown in context. To inform the public on the truth, not one person who has been an in-person speaker has threatened the safety or
30
your
seconds.
personal lives. No. We now know whose side Channel 10 is actually on, and it's not the side of honest journalism.
This is off topic. This
It's
is off
not.
agenda.
It's not.
It's not on the agenda, ma'am.
I promise I'm going to tie it in right here, right? I have like 5 more sentences. Why do you keep interrupting? I assure you this has to do with, isn't it on here about public decorum? It talks about our speaking, all the rules for all of the
And that
public
is
to
time?
speak. That's right. Right.
Please
My
call
Our
the
gosh,
next
next
for the
speaker
love of
is
the-
Thomas Conant.
Please call the next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Our next speaker is Thomas
Today.
Conant.
We know that they're not on the side of honest journalism. No.
Ma'am, you're out of order now. We're calling the next speaker.
You are watching
Please
your
leave the
moves
podium.
on the school board, not in your homes, not outside, at your car, okay? Instead, reminded you that we are watching your votes.
Our next speaker is
watching how
Thomas
you decide to
Conant.
spend your money, our money, watching how you make decisions that actually harm the health and psyche of children. And yes, we have been and will continue to watch how you vote on the
Ma'am,
violate
you've
the
been asked
constitutional
to-
In
rights
accordance with
of
School
officers.
Board Bylaw 1-28 and other applicable bylaws and law, it has
And
been
you
determined that the school board meeting is disrupted by conduct in the meeting room or in an adjacent location that is affecting the meeting. Persons causing the disruption are
interruption
requested
would
to
be
cease
Ms.
and
Rye.
desist the conduct
Would
that
be
is
Ms.
disrupting
Rye.
the meeting.
Just
If the
as a
conduct that
reminder,
is
we are your
disrupting the
bosses,
meeting does
we
not
the
stop
people,
upon this
and our
request,
children.
those persons
Do not
causing the
think-
disruption will be requested to leave the meeting room and school board grounds. Failure to cooperate with the request to leave the meeting room or grounds will constitute grounds to have such persons
Ms.
removed
Melnick,
by the school board's authorized
Just
agents.
allow me to finish my
The school
comments
board requests
you
that all
guys
persons
rudely
in attendance
interrupted.
cooperate with this request so that the meeting can proceed.
I want you to proceed with the meeting, and I would like to just proceed with my comments. You took my time.
In
You interrupted
accordance
me
with
twice.
School Board Bylaw 1-28 and other applicable
Listen,
bylaws and law,
1964
it
case,
has
New
been
York Times
determined-
versus Sullivan. Debate on public issues should be uninhibited, robust, and wide open.
Okay, I will-
And that it may well include vehement, caustic, and sometimes unpleasantly sharp
At
attacks
this
on on government officials. That is case law in the United States of America. If you don't like it, you don't have to live here.
I'm happy to be invited inside to speak now and no longer having my rights violated, being forced to speak in the hallway like a leper, not being allowed to use the bathroom here, and getting my mic cut off by Chairwoman Rye and Vice Chair Melnick because I have different views than them on CRT, CRP, or whatever they want to label it to try to sneak it into the schools. It's poisonous and toxic to our children, not just black kids, not just white kids, all kids. It's divisive. It's supposed to be uniting us as in the United States of America.
Mr.
I'll
Coleman,
move on.
agenda topic, formal agenda.
She's still talking. See, this is okay.
And parents standing up here and telling you this is their right. You're here to listen to them. They're not here to listen to you. And for you to have temper tantrums and walk out of the room while they're talking is shameful. Please stop it.
Welcome.
First off, Ms. Kaylin Rye and Ms. Kim Melnick, since you have a history of oppressing people of color who speak out of opposition, as I am, do not violate my First Amendment rights to and shut off my microphone. And as you have been told before, I have a speech problem and I may go over 4 minutes. And do not interrupt me. I am glad I am not. I'm going to be speaking on your decorum, deep listening, and duties. I am glad I am not a biracial student in today's public school system because I would be emotionally scarred. As you could tell, my mom is white, so I guess according to Virginia public school system, she is the oppressor and my dad is the oppressed. Deep listening, Kim Melnick. Deep listening.
Ms. Chang, just please kindly state your agenda topic.
I identify as on topic. And also my mother's siblings married non-white. I have multiracial cousins, but that's no biggie except for the Virginia Beach public schools. You talk about social emotional learning, but Chair and Vice Chair, deep listening please. You have a duty to see the effects that these Marxist policies that you are promoting.
Ms. Chang, I'm so sorry, but you are out of order right now, so please stay on topic with your...
Then switch me to non-agenda. Switch me to non-agenda.
You were offered that opportunity.
Switch me to non-agenda.
You're welcome to follow up.
Switch me to non-agenda now.
Please hold on, speaker.
We're moving to
You're free to
online
follow up with
speakers.
us via email, ma'am.
Our first online speaker is Janine Baker. Please unmute.
We're moving on to the next speaker. Ms. Baker, please unmute. So we're now on these are now
We are on
online
online
agenda speakers. Ms. Baker, please
Hi.
unmute.
Hi, I was just waiting for it to be silent before I spoke. I am Jeannie Baker. Public comments at school board meetings, bylaw 1-47. Speaking of decorum, which is part of the public comments of bylaw 1-47, our school board has added and rewritten items under the definition of decorum, which looks like suppression of speech. Now, the reason I say this is because of what has happened at last month's meeting and this month's. Rye and Melnick, let the people talk. You realize if you let people speak, we wouldn't be having this clown show we've had tonight. These people are on topic. Let the citizens speak.
Agenda.
So